when you say so I've done ultras, right? But when I was really doing a lot of competitive, my favorite distance was 50 mile. And I won some and it was exciting. And my dad and my sister, I could go on with stories with those two turkeys. They were a lot of fun at these races, but they would come and watch. But my biggest accomplishment, and it kind of goes back to why I love being part of teams, why I love leading teams, was I had a friend and he kind of had that mental block I talked about. One other thing I always did when I ran, if I said I'm doing 20 miles, I did 20 miles. I don't care if I got rained on. I don't care if I was hot. I don't care if I had to walk part of it. I never let myself stop unless there was a physical injury that prohibited. Right. Why? For exactly the reason that he was struggling. Because if you allow yourself to do that, then you get kind of, I hate to use the word lazy, but you do. You mentally kind of just go, I can just stop. So we got out there. I told him I'd pace him. He had a 100-mile race that he'd try a couple times and he kept not being able to do it. So he asked, hey, Kami, would you pace me on this? And I said, I would absolutely love to pace you for that. And we in a 100-mile, you're going for a long time. And so they let you start about mile 40. And him and I ran through the night together. And by the way, it rained. And when you're a pacer, by the way, just like a leader, you do not get to complain. Yeah. You are smiling. You are their anchor. You are excited. And I was singing songs. If people want to hear them, then you're going to have to connect with me later. Because I'm not going to sing them here, but just keeping him going. Yeah. We got through the night. We got further along, and he was ready to quit. And I said, nope, you don't get to quit. You look fine. This is all in your head. Yeah. And I said, just follow my feet. He followed my feet. We had people pass us. They asked him how he's doing, and he said, complaint. And I looked at him. I said, Yeah. Next person who asks you how you're doing, you tell them you're doing fantastic. So all I hear from behind me as we're running, I feel fantastic. I feel fantastic. Next thing I know, the last 7 miles of that 100-mile race were the fastest he did the entire run. Yeah. For me personally, that was the most success, the best run I ever did, and the biggest success I had in my running career. Because inspiring yourself is one thing. That's a challenge. We all go through it. But when you are able to inspire somebody else to accomplish something they did not think they could do, there is no better feeling. And I made him. He wanted to drag me through that finish line with him. And I said, absolutely not, because you got yourself here. This is your win. And his smile and just all of that energy, watching him do that, it's indescribable. Yeah. That to me is what excites me about leadership. When you're able to bring somebody to that point, there's nothing better.